We get you up to speed on the latest in sports. I'm Sean Yao. After a brief hiatus, the Premier Volleyball League returns to action for its invitational conference. Here's the report.
The PVL Invitational Conference has returned after a 10-day break due to the Volleyball Nations League. That's why volleyball fans were in for a treat on Tuesday, with 4 games on the schedule. In the first game at the Inares Arena in Pasig, the Petrogas Angels swept the Farm Fresh Foxies 25-21, 31-29, 25-17. Gretchel Soltones led the Angels with 16 points. This is Petrogas' second win in Group B, while the Foxies remain winless in 3 games. The Signal HD Spikers also won in straight sets against the Photon Tornadoes in the second matchup. Aside from the last set, Signal dispatched off the Tornadoes fairly easy. Like the Angels, Signal carries a 2-1 win-loss record, while the Tornadoes slid to 0-3.
Nagkaroon kami ng mahaba-habang preparation para sa game na to. Talagang pinaghandaan namin kasi kailangan namin bumawi kasi lahat naman ng games crucial talaga kaya kailangan may panalo.
Laure sisters EJ and Aya were a tag team in the Cherry Tigo crossover surge against the Akari Chargers after a back-and-forth affair in the first 4 sets. Cherry Tigo displayed solid offense en route a 25-18, 22-25, 25-19, 17-25, and 15-7 win. EJ Laura notched 19 points, while Aya contributed 15 markers for the crossovers. This is the team's first win after losing their conference opener. The game between the F2 Logistics Cargo Movers and Choco Mucho Flying Titans was also a 5-setter. In the final frame, F2 broke a 16-all tie with a service ace. Ivy Laxina then delivered the final blow after converting a cross-court hit. Final score 21-25, final score 21-25, 25-17, 17-25, 25-21, and 18-16. The win gave F2's third win in as much as many games, while Choco Mucho was right below them with a 2-1 slate.
Well, it's good to celebrate kasi a win is a win and that win was amazing. But syempre it's not the end yet. All we have to do is remind these girls that we have to recover more because our next game is on Thursday.
PVL action continues tomorrow, July 13 at the Full Sports Arena. In Pool A, first to hit the floor are the Gerflor Defenders and Cherry Tigo at 9:30 in the morning. The Creamline Cool Smashers and the PLDT High Speed Hitters follow suit at 4 p.m. And in Group B, F2 faces off with Petrogas at 12 noon, while Farm Fresh takes on Signal at 6:30 p.m. Catch the games live on One Sports and One Sports Plus.
And the youth team of Gilas Women dominated Division B of the FIBA Under-16 Women's Asian Championship after obliterating Team Maldives. The Young Pinays zoomed to a 19-0 start en route to a 41-5 score after the first quarter. Gilas' suffocating defense prevented Maldives from scoring double digits in any of the 4 quarters. In fact, the Philippines forced 73 turnovers from the hapless Maldives side. And by the time the buzzer sounded, Gilas shellacked the opponents 144-22. All players scored at least 1 point, with 10 Cagers scoring in the double figures. Still in basketball, the Barangay Ginebra Gin Kings are back-to-back champions in the PBA 3x3 after taking down the Meralco Bolts in the second leg of Season 3. Ralph Koo drained the winning basket to secure the title 19-17. Meralco led for most of the game until Ginebra was able to rush back in the final seconds. Koo finished with 6 points, while Kim Aurin was the top scorer with 8 points. Ginebra brings home 100,000 pesos as cash prize. Just last week, Ginebra won the title in leg 1 of the season. We're taking a timeout. The game on One News Now will return after this. Stay tuned. still watching the game on One News now. I'm Sean Yao. Time to check in on Wimbledon, where favorite Novak Djokovic continues his surge, making it through to the semis. The Serbian tennis ace trailed for the first time in this year's edition of Wimbledon, but he responded in brutal fashion to beat Andrei Rublev. Final score 4-6, 6-1, 6-4, and 6-3. Rublev played some brilliant tennis in the first set, but it was as if he poked the bear, as Djokovic went to work in the ensuing frames of the game. Djokovic will be facing off with Jannik Sinner in the semifinals. And double Olympic champion Caster Semenya has won an appeal at the European Court of Human Rights in a case involving testosterone levels in female athletes. The details in this video from Reuters.
Double Olympic champion Caster Semenya has won an appeal at the European Court of Human Rights in a case involving testosterone levels in female athletes. Let's take a look at what this ruling could mean for the world of sport. The South African athlete was the 2012 and 2016 Olympic champion in the 800 metres. She's been in a long-running battle to challenge rules that require female athletes with high natural testosterone to take drugs to lower it.
When you're the best in the world, people get obsessed, with what you do.
She has a medical condition known as hyperandrogenism. It's characterized by higher than usual levels of testosterone, a hormone that increases muscle mass, strength and hemoglobin, which affects endurance. In order to compete in women's events, athletes with differences in sexual development that result in high testosterone levels must lower them to those of, quote, a healthy woman with ovaries. They may take the contraceptive pill, have a monthly injection, or undergo surgery to remove testes. The Court of Arbitration for Sport ruled in 2019 that World Athletics rules were necessary for fair female competition. Europe's top human rights court ruled in Semenya's favour on Tuesday, saying courts in Switzerland should give her a chance to fight the current requirements. She'd approached the European Court of Human Rights in February 2021 after losing appeals to sport's highest court and the Swiss Federal Tribunal. By a slender majority of 4 votes to 3, the ECHR ruled that Semenya's original appeal against World Athletics regulations had not been properly heard. Seema Patel is an expert in gender discrimination in sport.
It's a monumentous decision that's been made, and it will really impact upon the dialogue going forward in terms of how we understand the interaction between human rights and sports regulation. Above all, I think what we need to remember is that there is an athlete behind this story, and she was exposed to the world at such a young age and thrust into the spotlight, forced to undergo hormone treatment in order to compete in sports. So she sacrificed her career for this legal challenge.
Semenya may now be free to challenge once again rules that have left her career on hold. World Athletics say it stands by the rules, which remain in place for now. Semenya has said they're discriminatory and that contraceptive pills have made her feel constantly sick. World Athletics has consistently said the regulations are aimed at creating a level playing field for all athletes.
Get your fill of the latest in sports at onesports.ph. Meantime, the Newsday continues later at 4:30 p.m. I'll see you then. I'm Sean Yao. We are One News.